Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Magic Hour. I'm your host, Majid Nderi, aka Magic Leb. Please feel free to subscribe on my YouTube at Majid Nderi and my Instagram at Fame Film Agency. Today, we have a very special guest known as Paul the Black. How you doing, Paul?
It's good you mentioned the.
Yeah. I went through your Instagram before we did that, and I noticed it wasn't the Black, but the Black. You put some style into it, and I'm so happy you're here. Because finally I have diversity. Okay? I've only had one woman comedian, all right, and she's also white. It's been a honky fest. Okay? So it's good to have a person of some color and some style that can bring into this
You need
podcast.
to color it up.
We do need to color it up, you know, and wearing colorful clothes doesn't actually always help. So thanks for being on the show, Paul.
No worries.
Now, my first
Glad to
question
be
my first question that I want to ask you is, where are you from?
I am from Nairobi, Kenya.
Kenya.
Yes. So,
Okay. So why did you get into comedy and didn't do the whole marathon thing?
Well, kind of fat for a Kenyan.
Oh, really?
So
that's obese in Kenya, I take it. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm unable to run. Not blessed with that.
You know, we had a horrible racist joke when I was growing up here in Adelaide in school. And one kid came up to me and said, "What is this?" And I said, "What?" That's an African eating a Tic Tac. You know, I mean, to come up with that when you're like 6, 7 years old, that was my introduction to this country. You know what I mean? So that's what you guys are like. All right, cool. I like it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so Nairobi, Kenya, and how did you land here in Australia? Of all places that you could have gone to, you chose Australia.
Yeah, my older brother was here studying, so he did his master's here. Did his master's, then stayed here for another 6, 7 years after that. She's here for like 10 years.
Okay.
So he got his citizenship. He was here, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should just come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Excuse
Okay.
me. Yeah. Somebody's talking about me. But yeah.
You're superstitious.
Yeah.
So am I.
That's what they say.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm a very superstitious person. Like, if I point, it's very wrong to point at the moon because it can give you bad luck. So whenever you point at the moon, you have to bite the finger that you pointed at the moon with, put it behind your back, and spin around 3 times to lift the curse.
What happens if you point at the moon? What happens after that?
I don't know. I've always bit my finger and turned around 3 times. So I've never. Well, the thing is, okay, if anything, all right. I got married, got divorced. She took half my shit. That's probably why. You know? Maybe. Who knows? Or maybe
married to the moon?
Yeah. Well. She was no Luna of mine. I can tell you that.
Just white and fat.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. So, all right. So, how's your journey in Australia been so far?
Yeah.
How are you liking it here?
I didn't even finish before, but yeah. So I came here to study, and so I did my master's. That's been the past 7 years. Australia is good. It's all right.
Adelaide. Why Adelaide?
Why Adelaide? Because I couldn't get into Melbourne.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the real reason why?
Yeah, it's the real reason.
Like, I couldn't get into what, in the comedy or in the studying or
in the unis in Melbourne.
Really?
Or I later found out like the agency I used, because at the time you didn't use an agency to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
They had like deals with certain unis and certain schools. So maybe they fudged up my applications to the uni in Melbourne.
No.
And then they're like, oh, but there's this uni in Adelaide, and they like applied, and within 2-3 days I got a positive reply. I was like, okay. Fine.
Which uni in Adelaide did you go to?
University of South Australia.
Okay, yeah. I'm a Flinders man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super TAFE, they call it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I mean, it's something. It's something, you know. Okay, so what did you get your degree in?
I am a civil engineer. I'm a master's in civil and infrastructure engineer.
And do you work in that?
Yes.
Wonderful. So comedy is like your side gig.
No, the job is my side gig.
Okay. So
comedy is
comedy.
for
You
the
want to
love.
comedy that you just enjoy.
Yeah, it's my one true love.
Okay, wonderful. Do you crack jokes when you're working?
Yeah, of course I had to grandfather in the jokes. So whenever I apply for jobs, everything I have to say, hey, I'm a stand-up comedian first.
Okay.
So anything offensive I say, just be prepared. I do this.
No, of course. So, did you manage to how easy was the transformation, the adaptation from Kenya to here?
It's pretty hard. Okay, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's challenging, man. because the Australians love rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just being.
They don't always follow them, but yes, it's very again a lot of rules.
I think they care the most about rules in the entire world. I've never seen people who love rules this much.
I don't know if we love them, but we definitely abide them, because if you break them, it just costs too much.
Yeah.
You know, and we just can't afford it. You know, I mean, the best way to not get a speeding fine is increase the price so high that you don't want to take that risk no more.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way.
I got busted carrying my phone, and I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I wasn't carrying the phone. The phone was just on my lap because I didn't have the thing for the GPS. I just put it on my lap.
Yeah.
And if it's on your lap, if it's physically touching you, that's a $700 plus fine. And
I learned that the hard way as well.
Oh God! And I never did that again.
It's crazy. And have you asked for photo?
Yeah, I did, and they showed it to me.
And they show you,
yeah. I was hoping there was a kind of a mistaken identity. You know, I don't.
There's another magic lab somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere, or just somebody that just another Arab person they can put the blame on. Yeah, you know, but no. Mea culpa. I'm guilty of that. Okay, so being getting a degree in civil engineer, where in your life did you say I want to do comedy?
Oh, I think I've always been a comedian.
Yeah.
At heart.
Were you like the class clown in school?
Sort of, yeah. I was a bit silent, but yeah, I'd crack jokes. Try to be funny.
Yeah.
Back in school they called me a liar, but to me I was just making jokes.
So
a lot of stories, a lot of that. So I was trying to do that a lot, and you know that was actually my passion. I really wanted to go into film. Well, that was my passion. Same there.
That's what I. Excuse me. That's what I got a degree in. Mm-hmm. I got a degree in screen production, cinematography.
Yeah.
And a minor in Spanish because I just love the Latin women. Yeah. You know, and I only got one Latin woman, but I got something out of it, man. You know, that was totally freaking worth it. You know,
4 years of study,
and I had her for 4 years of my life, and I could have had it more if I didn't mess it up.
Yeah.
But okay, so how long you been doing it then, professionally?
Oh, stand-up.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa, define professionally.
Okay. When was the first time you took the stage?
I took the stage on May 5th, 2019.
2019. Okay,
Yes.
so 6 years.
Yes, 6 years.
Just over 6 years actually.
Yes.
We're past May. Okay.
I'd been thinking about it because like when I got my acceptance letter to come to Australia, that was the first thing I checked in Adelaide. I was like, can I do stand-up comedy in Adelaide?
Okay.
So I've been thinking about it for a while, and I looked up all the comedy clubs. I saw Crank, I saw Rhino. I was like, yeah, you know, I better go to Rhino. Then I landed in what was it, August 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me until May to walk into that club.
Oh wow! At the Rhino.
Yeah. At the Rhino, I was just scared. I was like, oh man, like it's right there. I want to do it.
Why? Because it was the audience all white.
Yeah, it's just daunting.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh man, like I want to do this, but getting up on stage, I don't know about you, but like I guess for everybody, the first time is always the hardest.
Well, the thing, you know what? Like I've been thinking about doing comedy for so long, and in my group of circle of friends, you know, I'm the funny one.
Yeah.
You know, they can always count on me to have a good time, you know, if they want to hang out with me.
Yeah.
And even though I've said this a few times on my podcast, I got into comedy at the lowest point of my life.
Yeah.
The really lowest point. And I just didn't care anymore. I didn't care about being humiliated. I didn't care if I was going to get booed off the stage. I had like no fear anymore. You know, and I came across when the COVID pandemic started to die down and places started to reopen.
Yeah,
I saw an ad on my Instagram, a place called the Bistro in Bahrain. They were doing a comedy night, and they wanted some people to do some open mic because they couldn't get enough guests.
Yeah,
and so I went.
Yeah,
I went. There were only 11 people there.
Yeah,
all right. 3 of them were prostitutes who barely spoke any English, with 3 Saudi guys who couldn't also probably speak any English.
Yeah.
1 or 2 Americans, and the rest were just, you know, there for a good time.
Yeah.
And I got on stage and I killed it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was basically what was going on is I had so many feelings held in that I just blasted it out.
Yeah.
You know, and I said it in a manner that would make it funny, obviously.
Yeah.
And I got their attention. And after that night, the owner of the bistro said, "Can you come next week and I'll pay you?"
Ah.
And then okay, because I just did it for the free meal.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was in the low point. I just did it for that chicken sandwich.
Yeah. What was happening?
Okay. I had lost my job. And I was getting, my wife wanted a divorce.
Yeah.
And we were so behind on our bills. Our electricity was cut off for 3 months because I couldn't pay. So we were living in our apartment with no electricity and no hot water.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
Right. And to try to convince my son, oh, Baba, it's like camping for now. 'Cause he was very young. But the thing is, the sun goes down at 5 p.m. every day in Bahrain.
Yeah.
So we'll go to bed like 6:37. We'll go to sleep.
Oh, man.
And we'll have to buy things and put it in the cooler and buy ice to keep things cool.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get any kind of job. I couldn't get anything, nothing. Even as a filmmaker, I was offering the cheapest prices and I couldn't even get anything.
Yeah.
So, I was hitchhiking around Bahrain. I was bumming rides. I would stop people on the road. And in Bahrain, it's different than here. Here, it's hard to get a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
There, I could just get picked up by anybody because there are Indians driving, Bangladesh people driving, and they see you, they feel bad for you, they understand the situation, and they drive me around. Yeah. And I walk for hours under the intense heat as well in Bahrain because it's 45-degree plus weather.
Jeez. Yeah.
So I said, you know what? This is too much for me. I can't handle it. I gotta do something. I gotta say something. I got nobody else to talk to. I don't want to bring this to my family. I don't want them to
vent
know.
it out.
Yeah. I don't want them to know that I'm going through this struggle. I don't want to ask for a handout to whatever. But slowly, surely, after an additional month or so we went like 3.5 to 4 months without electricity. I finally got a job, a small job, paying gigs here, there.
Yeah.
Enough to just get the electricity turned back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the advantage for me was I owned my own place. I didn't have to worry about rent.
Yeah.
But then again, I lost all of it in the divorce. So what was the point? You know what I mean?
What was the point? So the ex is back in Bahrain?
Yeah, she's back in Bahrain, and I sold the apartment, and I gave her half. And I got full custody of my son. She wanted to stay there, but she went through all the money. She lost it all.
Already done.
Yeah, it's all gone. I said to her, "Go get the hell out of here. You're gonna, if you don't work in the Gulf, you can't live on savings in the Gulf. It's gonna go within a year."
Yeah.
And it went within a year, like I predicted.
Yeah.
But women know how to bounce back because women can be flirtatious, and now she's with a guy who makes good money and she lives there. So, but she lost everything that I gave her.
Yeah.
And at the end, I still got a bit left, and I got the boy, And how ironic, the boy is staying now with her parents for the weekend. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
And then after my second or third performance, they said to me, you know what, we want you to start hosting.
Yeah.
So I became an MC.
Okay.
I've never been an MC before in my life.
Yeah.
So I became an MC. I started hosting it. And I got jobs from other hotels to host theirs.
Yeah.
Which was cool. And then there was something called the Stand-Up Society, which is a group of comedians that I didn't know they existed. I asked to be a part of it, and I killed. But after I killed there, I don't want to sound like a show-off. I really don't. But I did better than most of them.
Yeah.
And they didn't invite me anymore after that. And then they started sabotaging me to get jobs because I was making them look bad, and they wouldn't let me into the society.
Yeah.
And I got pissed off. Dude, I was trying to do this for free, and now I can't even do it for free.
Yeah.
And because they took that away from me,
yeah,
I started doing sketch comedy. They can't take that away from me.
Yeah.
And being in Bahrain, I lived next to the American Navy base, so I made friends with a lot of Americans.
Yeah. Mainly
Black Americans, because I wanted Black Americans, because I wanted to tackle the race situation.
Yeah.
And I had many of them. And we did amazing sketches, and I made a name for myself in Bahrain, and everybody wanted to start being in my sketches, that I pissed off the Stand-Up Society.
Yeah.
And because I still got offered gigs when they were protesting for me to have those gigs.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? There was only one guy in the Stand-Up Society that got pissed. Everybody else was okay.
Yeah.
It was just this one particular fuckface.
Yeah.
Right? And
there's always one.
There's always one. But you know what? If you don't like somebody, fine. Don't work with them. But don't sabotage them.
Yeah.
Don't stop them from... Anybody that gets in the way of anybody trying to make a living, they're the worst people in the world.
Yeah, that's just evil.
Yeah, it's very evil. And considering the situation that I was in as well, Yeah. I was barely a squirrel trying to get a nut. I'll be happy with an acorn at that point.
Yeah.
So anyway, but also that's done. I did like 40 plus sketches there.
Yeah.
And now that I've been back for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February. And I've done only like 3 or 4 sketches. I was knocking them out one every week or one every second week. I was knocking them out. I was writing constantly because I had nothing else left to do.
Yeah.
And it was great. And I loved how it turned out. And that's why I'm trying to get something together here. So any actors or comedians that want to be actors, call me. I got like 5, 6 sketches already written out.
Yeah.
You still haven't read the one that I sent you, have you? You haven't read it.
You're going to put me on the spot?
I'm putting you on the spot because I've sent that to you months ago.
Is this why you asked me to come on the podcast?
No, but since we got to that part of the conversation, I had to bring it up.
This is naturally flowed in.
Yeah, that's fine. It did.
Yeah.
I didn't pre-plan this. Come on, man. I'm not an Israeli Mossad agent.
Let me look at that.
No,
Question
it's not in here. You can look at that. It's not in here. Ask Paul about your fucking sketch. Yeah.
Why the fuck haven't you read my sketch?
Or otherwise I'm gonna change that to that. Okay.
Yeah, but I guess here it's more difficult because, like, here, man, I don't know about Bahrain, but here the working thing is it's such a big part of life. Like
It is. Bahrain started getting sensitive.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Towards my last year there, it started to get sensitive. Like the stuff that I was doing before, everybody was loving it.
Yeah.
And then when I was trying to get more people, they're like, "Oh, I can't do that. Oh, my boss might hate me if I did that." And I said, "Dude, it's, I'm not,
Yeah.
I did a sketch making fun of the stereotypes of Jewish people. And there's one particular.
There are a lot of Jews in Bahrain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, you can't find them. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing their history, they know how to hide themselves very well. Don't ever play hide and seek with a Jewish person. You'll never find them. They just know how to hide, And but
Don't tell the Nazis.
No. They're expert hiders. Okay. Now, there was one particular Jewish person who had some Americans deported because of what they said about certain things.
Yeah.
And he had the power to have them deported. I was like, fuck. I just finished making this sketch. If he sees it, am I going to get deported?
Yeah.
So you know what I did the first thing I made that sketch? I called lawyers.
Yeah.
And I showed the lawyers because they know who this guy is. I said, listen, I made this sketch. It's called Jews and Taxes. Okay? Please check it out. It's on my YouTube. I'll put it right here for you to watch. And the lawyer called me back laughing. She goes, I think you'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Just remove the line, they control the world, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I kept that in. All right, because like
now you're in Adelaide.
That's not the reason why I'm here. All right, but apparently the guy who this main guy, because he runs one of the biggest banks there, he saw it and he had no problem with it.
Yeah.
All right, and so I was in the clear, because like when I make fun of certain stereotypes, I don't go to the point where it's completely overboard, where it would actually hurt a people.
Yeah.
Because what I did when I posted it on Instagram, I tried to find every Jewish comedy site, Jews in comedy. I went through all, and I sent them all to it, and I said, "Is this offensive? Do you guys find this offensive?"
Yeah.
And I got so many people saying, "This is the funniest shit I've seen."
Yeah.
So it's fine.
But unfortunately, like, hurt is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you may say something to me. Now I'll be like, it'll just roll off my back. But you say it to a different black guy.
Yeah, no, of course.
Get punched in the face. Yeah.
My first sketch was about the stereotypical of black people. And I had 2 black Americans, and I wrote the sketch and I sent it to them. And the first thing they said, when can we film this shit? You know what I mean? They were in.
Yeah.
They were in. When can we film this? This is fucking funny. I want to do it. And that's how it got started.
Yeah.
My first 3-4 sketches was with the same black guy. We call him Trippy. That's his name, Trippy. He's a pilot and a skydiver.
Yeah.
And he's a natural at acting. It's phenomenal. He's like he was my Sam Jackson to my Tarantino. You know what I mean? All right. Like I loved the guy and I missed the guy.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Trippy.
Yeah. And it just worked. It worked like gangbusters. Other people started wanting to be in it. And then I started casting white people and I started casting other kinds of people, and it did really, really well. And it pissed off the stand-up society because they couldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they were barely decent comics.
Yeah.
Right, but they couldn't do this shit, and I never even asked if I wanted to. I never even asked if anyone wanted to be in the sketch.
Yeah.
After they did me wrong, I said no.
Yeah.
So I got some kind of good national fame in Bahrain.
Yeah.
They all knew me from that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Bahrain, I guess, is a country you don't hear much about.
No, you don't.
Where is it?
Oh God. Well, like it's in the Gulf. It's not. It's like a 40-minute flight from Qatar, an hour and 10 minutes away from Dubai. It's in the Gulf region, and being a Lebanese, it's only a 3.5-hour flight if I ever wanted to go to Lebanon. So it's close, and it's close to Europe. 5, 6, 7 hours you get to Europe. So it's like it's the perfect. It's like centered at the right place. It's not far away from Africa either. It's like it's like right there.
Qatar and Dubai are like 6 hours from Kenya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
it'd be roughly around that.
roughly around there. Yeah.
You know. I mean, I just came back from Bangkok. It took me 9 hours to get there and 9 hours to get back.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the worst part about being in Australia.
it's far away.
It's just so far away from
Far
everything.
away from everything. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you know, just put them under the equator. They'll be fine there.
Yeah.
You know. You know. Well, you know, if they want snow, they can go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that we got going is the Lord of the Rings. That's the best thing that we got going here.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. So it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I got like my recognition there, and it all went well. And I'm just trying to establish that in Adelaide because Adelaide is small, just like Bahrain is tiny as
Yeah.
well. Bahrain is a very small country,
Yeah.
and
Adelaide is a difficult place because I think the young people leave. A lot of young people leave.
mm,
Like you'll find, once they're done with their uni or whatever, they leave, go somewhere else.
yeah,
Be young in Melbourne, Sydney.
they got their whole
Brisbane.
lives ahead of them.
Yeah.
You know, like white people. The one thing I admire about white Australians is when the children turn 18, they know they got to leave.
Yeah.
Like, they feel obligated to leave.
Yeah.
Lebanese family, they stay until they get married, whether they're, you know, like, 37 years old, still living with his parents until he gets married or whatever, and then goes
Yeah.
out. Very few of them say, you know what, fuck this, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
'Cause you know, if you got a mother that still knows how to kick-ass cook,
Yeah.
you ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I mean, I loved living alone. You know, I mean, the whole independence thing is freaking awesome. And I thought it would be, hey, let me share this with a woman. Big
Yeah.
mistake. because getting married,
Yeah.
you're not having a wife. You're having a replicant mother.
Yeah.
You know, she's gonna, you know, you got a bedtime again.
Yeah.
You know, I never had a bedtime. Now I got a bedtime. I got a curfew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a call if I'm gonna be late. I hate that shit.
Was she Australian?
No. She was
From-
Lebanese
from
as
the
well. So
Gulf.
I thought things were gonna be fly. You know,
Is she
she's
from here?
No. She's from Lebanon. I met her here in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought we were gonna have one of those kick-ass romantic type stories to tell people because before we met,
Mhm.
many events that we went to, being in Lebanon and being in Australia, we were at the same event that we went to, the same movie premiere, the same parties, and we went to the same thing for the 10 years straight, and we never bumped into each other.
Yeah.
And I met her at an art exhibition that a friend of mine who was in a film that I made, she invited me to an art exhibition. So I went there, and that's where I met her because she was related to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we met. And then we got along famously, you know. So I thought that would be a nice story we can tell, and it turned out it's not so much of a nice romantic story. And I think there was a reason why we didn't meet in those 10 years, you know. I think the angel that was keeping us apart was taking the day off that night, and it's oh fuck, they got together, okay, and so that's what happened. Now let's get into the cool stuff here.
I'm glad I could help you vent.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do this. You know how you see people talking to themselves all the time?
Yeah.
That's them venting, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be your own psychiatrist, your own priest, your own sheikh, your own everything these days. Now, do you remember a set that you did that kind of put you on the map?
Put me on the map.
Let's pull the black for people to recognize.
Am I recognized?
Yeah. Well, no, I think you're doing pretty well, man. I mean, you don't just do open mic. You get invited to be a guest as part of the big show.
Yeah.
See, I haven't had that happen to me yet.
Yeah.
I'm just doing open mics.
Yeah. Is there one that I remember hitting it off? I don't really remember one, but there's certain sets which I remember which like really killed and just were amazing. Yeah, but like I've had I think the Cranker sets, like most of them were always good. Were always really, really good. And I remember having such good come on Ross, bring it back. But yeah, so I just remember having really, really good sets at the Cranker. And from day one, I was like, it was just electric. I felt like I could never bomb there. I don't know if I ever bombed there.
Have you ever bombed at all?
All the time, man.
Really?
All the time.
Wow. Okay.
All the time, yeah.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, Cranker sets, I remember those. But, like, I'd say my favorite gig ever I did, we were in Perth. And we were doing the Fringe Festival in Perth. And we do this late night show called Dark 100% dark comedy.
Yes.
It's just fully, it's just wild and stuff, and it went crazy. Like I've never been. I don't know if you know what the flow state is. Like when you just in everything you say just works, and it was just like bang bang short. Like I started by like doing a bit of crowd work, and it killed. And the crowd was like heckling back, and I had singers back.
Oh, good.
And it was just demolishing. And then I went into material, and sometimes, like a lot of the times when you do really good crowd work, I try and get back into material. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But like this day, I was just on. I went into my material, and I crashed for like 15 minutes straight.
Wow.
And I got off. There's like a standing ovation. Everybody was like, oh, I was like, that was the best time.
And that was in Perth.
That was in Perth. Man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite city to do comedy in entire Australia.
And you've performed all around Australia?
Yeah, I've performed everywhere. I've done gigs in Perth, done in Melbourne, done in Sydney, done in where else? I haven't done Brisbane, nowhere else, but I've done a lot of regional South Australia. So yeah, that's been good.
Did you make Melbourne regret them not taking you to uni?
Actually, Melbourne is the hardest, I'd say.
Even in comedy?
Yeah, in comedy is the hardest, man. Because they're a bit touchy.
Yeah.
Bit,
really? I didn't think they would be touchy because I remember Melbourne being like badass kind of people,
It's very politically correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I know what to do my material when I get to Melbourne.
But I guess there's other rooms where there's there's you can go hard and stuff. But I guess as well Melbourne is like the center of like arts in Australia. There's a lot of industry there. And so in Australia, if you're doing stand-up well, I guess the next step is going into TV. And so you have to cultivate that like TV, image and like prim and proper. I guess that's why it feels a bit, curated and all that, because there's that element of it of, oh yeah, we're gonna, you're gonna go professional, you're gonna go on TV, better not be saying anything unsavory and yeah.
I know TV. I know TV has its guidelines.
Yeah,
which is expected.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle went through something very similar.
Yeah.
And he mentioned it in one of his comedies, like because he wanted to use the word faggot, and he said it like that in his quote. He said it in his quote. He wanted to use the word faggot.
Yeah.
And the producers of the show saying, "Well, Dave, you can't use that word."
Yeah.
And then he said, "Okay, why? Because you're not gay."
Yeah.
Okay. But why can I say the N-word constantly?
Yeah.
All right, like because I'm not an N-word either.
Yeah.
But I can say that word with impunity.
Yeah.
But why can't I say that word?
Yeah.
So but the thing is, he knew how to work around it to get it done.
Yeah.
He knew how to call them on their hypocrisy.
Yeah.
So which is why Chappelle was Chappelle.
Yeah.
One of the greatest sketch comedy shows since the Richard Pryor show.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen the Richard Pryor show, he only made one season, but my God, was
it good?
Freaking phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I've never
Hilarious.
seen it. Never seen it.
Because he had the greatest cast. I mean, I can't name all of them, but Robin Williams was one of the cast members.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like maybe 10 episodes made.
Yeah.
If that, I'm not really sure. But if you look up the Richard Pryor show on YouTube,
yeah,
he's done amazing stuff. There was a sketch where he was a bartender in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Catering to all the space aliens.
Yeah.
Okay, like that alone is freaking comedy gold.
Yeah,
and only Richard Pryor can do that.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Richard Pryor once said before he died, he said to Dave Chappelle, "You're the only one that's carrying my torch." He could have said that to Eddie Murphy. He could have said that to Chris Rock. He could have said that to Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
He said it to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And when you see Dave's work, you can totally see the evolution from Pryor to Chappelle. Chappelle is today's Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And So tell me about Black Lives Matter? No, Black, what was it? Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that on your Instagram. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So it was from there's two comedians, one from Melbourne, one from Sydney, Reuven and Shaka, and they put together a show.
Typical Australian names, yeah.
yeah.
Shaka.
South African and a Kenyan, and so they put on shows like all across Australia. And
wow!
So they just cater to the Black community, and yeah, they do really well. Like they've done, I did the first one in Sydney. That was pretty good. They've done like three in Melbourne, which was sold out.
Is it still going on?
Yeah, it still goes on, but it's like periodically. It's like a Liverpool every like during the Fringe Festival and then during because it's just like putting black voices out there and trying to bring in the African community into comedy. Now there's African comedians out there and like it's so far comedy is not such a an Afro thing to do. Like you get like we're funny people, but I don't think we go out to comedy that much.
Are you saying there aren't many people from Africa that are into the whole comedy scene?
Yeah, especially here. But obviously, there's people who come out, like individuals and everything. But just to get like the entire community to come out and just like have just a pure show where it's gonna be black comedy. It's gonna be people talking about the experiences. It's gonna be the hardest gig you'll ever do. Let me not lie to you.
Okay, because I do black comedy in terms of dark comedy.
Yeah,
which is not exactly African comedy.
Yeah,
so to speak.
Yeah,
but do you guys do dark comedy in your Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, it's dark in all senses.
In all complexion dark.
Yeah, But man, I think African comedy is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Or maybe
in what
it's just
sense?
In my mind, because the audience are not very forgiving. Like white people will sit there and listen to you bomb.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bombing in front of a black crowd, they literally turn it to each other and like talk shit about you and say, "Oh my god."
That is if you did a bad job.
Yeah.
Actually, there was only one time where I got invited, and that was at the Wakanda.
Yeah.
Where I filmed it, and you did your bit there too.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I enjoy about because there were a few people in the audience that were black.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about having a black audience is when you make people laugh, when you make white people laugh, and hysterically, they can laugh, and sometimes they get teary-eyed. Mm-hmm. But when you make black people laugh, they change locations. They get up, stand up, and walk one guy, and walk the other side of the crowd, and then they take the seat. When I see that happening, I know I'm doing a good job.
Oh, yeah. It feels very good.
Oh, and they make you feel great. I felt like my penis grew 2 inches that night. And
but you have to work for it.
Oh, yeah.
You have to work for it.
Because I just did one of my old material that I hadn't done in a while, and being here in Adelaide, nobody has seen the stuff that I did in Bahrain, so I figured I'd give it a try here. Because what worked there also worked here, luckily for me.
Yeah.
And it killed, so I was happy. I was very happy with that performance of the Wakanda.
Yeah.
And now the owner has got the Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
is he open to do things there? Like comedy
there's a comedian named Thomas, I think he is. He's hosting comedy nights every now and then at the Blue Ivy. I think the next one's on the 6th of December, I think, or in November. I forgot exactly when, but if you want to get a piece of that action, contact the guy named Tom.
Strange call.
Yeah, I hope he has no nephews because I would hate to be called Uncle Tom. See, you would get that. I don't know if they would get that. All right. So, now let's get to where I wanted to ask you. Okay. So, so far you've answered all those questions that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So let's get to the fun stuff, I guess. Are you interested in comedy, in sketch comedy? I know you did one with me.
Yeah.
But are you interested in exploring that? And it's not because I'm pestering you for whether or not you read my script. I just like, are you interested at all in acting in comedy?
I thought I was for a while, but not so much into the acting bit, but definitely writing and like producing and doing stuff like that.
See, I can use writers and producers.
Definitely. I'll send you a script or two. Yeah, because I guess when I was younger, I used to be very comfortable in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I guess now I get older, it's not becoming something I'm enjoying that much. Like so I used to do plays. I used to do a lot of stuff. Like in high school, I used to really enjoy that. And now I get older, it's just like, I'd like to be involved.
It is a lot of work, though. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of people who can be very successful, the quality is not great, but the content is hysterical.
Yeah.
But it's just filmed with a phone like this and whatever, and they play both sides like they're talking to each other, but playing two different characters.
And you have to do that now.
Yeah,
like, if
a lot of people are responding to that.
Comedy, you have to be the content guy. Like, I don't think back in the day, it was still hard, but like you had to get in front of a producer, an agent, and or
Yeah,
anything.
I
Then
know.
they find you. Then they
Yeah,
sell you.
I know.
But
That's why
now that's like not a thing anymore.
it's
You
it's
have to.
rarely a thing anymore. See,
Yeah.
I refuse to be a slave to that establishment.
Yeah.
That's why I write my own stuff and I film it professionally, and I have rehearsals, I have table reads, I have all this kind of stuff to bring it all together. And because the quality is amazing, and if the content is equally as amazing, it's gonna raise some eyebrows.
Yeah.
You know, this whole thing filming this way and not this way, it destroys me as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, I could just imagine the day is gonna come. You know, remember when you used to go to the movie theater and before the movie shows, the preview show, the curtain opens up so you can see the whole widescreen.
Yeah.
In the future, it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be like this. We're gonna watch The Godfather like this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's gonna be just atrocious. That's just gonna kill cinema. Cinema is dying, and people like this are killing it.
I'm really sad about that. Cinema is dead. Like although a couple of like I go to movies a lot. I love going out to the movies. And so I go out and see at least once a month. I have to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
And like I remember coming to Australia like early days before COVID. The cinema would be full, and it's just a random movie you're going to watch. It's not any like Marvel movie or anything huge. Anything like that. So you just go in there, you'd watch it, it'd be great. Marvel movies, you wouldn't get a seat.
Yeah, Marvel kept going to the movies alive for a while.
Yeah.
Because the other movies just are not doing well. They're just people are not interested.
After COVID, everything just went. Like now I can walk. What did I see? I saw this Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Ah, the new one. Yeah, I wanted to see that. Oh shit, what's the name of that fucking film?
Another battle after
one battle after another, something like that.
Yeah, one battle after another. Yeah, so I went and saw that, and like it's a Leo movie, and like half the cinema is empty, and it's like second week.
But how good was the film?
It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
You know, like cinematography wise, writing wise.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah. So the guy that did Boogie Nights.
Yeah, Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I ended up watching Boogie Nights after that. Never seen it before.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Boogie Nights.
It was
when you're watching Boogie Nights, you can't tell if it's really good or if it's really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the genius behind that film. Are these guys acting really badly, or are they acting badly on purpose? Is that the genius of the acting behind it?
Yeah.
You know, to me, I think that's Mark Wahlberg's best performance.
Yeah, man, it was good. Like you see him doing like, he's trying to be an actor, and then you see him actually acting badly in it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I couldn't tell if he was acting bad on purpose or if that's how he really was. Or I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
That movie was funny in that way, the way they tackled that. And I was thinking, is this guy a real good filmmaker? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But after watching it a second time and a third time, like I was loving it. I was enjoying it more every
The
time.
more you watch it.
I loved William H. Macy's character.
Yeah.
You know, because his wife was always constantly banging some other guy. And it's just so, it was terrific.
Yeah, man.
I know. That is cinema.
Yeah.
That's a cinematic experience. You remember these kinds of scenes.
But have you had the scandal around it? Around one battle after the other? I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet.
If I want to spoil it.
No. I haven't seen it yet. I was actually meant to watch it, but instead I went to Bangkok instead.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, can I squeeze in a film before I go? No. I'll just go. You know, and the thing is, I don't want to be disappointed, and I'm now having mixed emotions about DiCaprio. I mean, I love the guy. I know he's talented, and he delivers every time. But my gangster Lebanese side is saying this motherfucker wants to open up a hotel in Israel. Fuck this, you know, fuck this guy. I don't want to support this bastard right now.
Money.
You know, how can he go from being an environmentalist to supporting of genocide? I don't want to talk about that right now. But that kind of got me conflicted. But I will watch the film.
One thing I love about Paul Thomas Anderson movies is like everybody in it is a bad guy.
Yeah.
There's no good people in his movies. You feel good for really bad people. You're like, these guys are assholes, but you feel something. Yeah.
I think the only good guy in Boogie Nights was the Don Cheadle's character who's trying to get money for his stereo store.
Yeah.
And he stumbles onto it from that robbery.
Yeah.
Freaking brilliant. You know, and why can't that happen to me? You know?
Oh man, speaking of stumbling onto stuff, I've been getting more naturalized as an Australian man.
Yeah.
I've been playing the lottery a lot.
So do I. Do you find yourself being more racist?
Huh?
Do you find yourself being more racist?
I was already racist. So
Okay.
that was a prerequisite.
Okay.
I think that's why they let me in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I've been winning, man.
You been winning the lottery?
I've been winning the lottery every
like
week.
the jackpot?
No.
Oh, okay. It was like $20 here, $30 there kind of thing.
$12.
Huh?
$12.
Oh, sweet.
I won $32 yesterday.
I lost yesterday. I played the 12 million. I remember I played the one lottery. I spent $33 on the ticket and got 11 back.
Yeah.
Yay! You know.
I think I've won a total of like $100.
Yeah,
But
I've lost
spent
a
like
total.
300.
I've lost a total of 500. You know, so
Yeah.
far. But you know what? You know what? I mean, I know men in particular. We are hopelessly optimistic.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, if the worst things in the world can happen to us, and we can still think tomorrow might be a better day.
That's how they get you, man.
You know, and you know, it might be. I know it's not gonna be, but the fact that it might be, the fact that there's still a 0.1% chance that it could, we always go for that 0.1%.
You gotta take a chance, man.
You know, I mean, like we got a better chance of winning the lottery than to, I don't know, have a decent woman in our lives. You know, all right. And the last thing you want is when you win the lottery is to have a woman in your life, because you want to keep that shit for a while before she spends it.
Oh, Majid, we'll find you a decent woman.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
They're out there.
No,
Out there somewhere.
I'm good. I just came back from Bangkok. I'm set for the next year and a half.
You sure that was a woman?
I made perfectly clear. You know how I knew she was a woman? Because I've known her for 4 years. I would have known the first date. You know, and so we got together and everything.
You're just ignoring the Adam's apple.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. She had an appledectomy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Now, growing up, who influenced you in comedy? Like, which star did you admire?
I think I've said this before, but Mr. Bean.
Really?
Rowan Atkinson, yeah.
Really?
That guy is an absolute genius, man.
He is. He is to me like a cross between Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
and your current stand-ups today.
Yeah.
You know, he found an in-between.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you seen his stand-up?
Yes, I have.
Good.
Live with Rowan Atkinson when he
Yeah.
was doing those theater stuff. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's so good.
The whole devil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. I've seen. Yeah, I've got all of those things. He was terrific. Cause like we've known him as Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
But when I saw him do live performance,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing how he hadn't done more.
Yeah.
But he had a sketch show. He did have a sketch show in England.
Yeah.
You know, he was reporting news and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this guy is wild.
Even his I don't know if you saw Blackadder.
Yes, I've got the Blackadder series. It's terrific.
It's so good.
It is terrific.
Like when you watch Johnny English,
Yeah.
also like his Johnny English. That's like was what I really. I saw Mr. Bean first. Then I was pretty young. Then that's when Johnny English movie started coming out. I was like, oh man, this is the best. It's like a dumb James Bond.
This is the only man
so
that can
good.
get on stage and say nothing and be funny.
Yeah, and electrical engineer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Do you know that every Queen member had a degree, and some of them had their masters?
Queens.
Yeah, the band Queen, Freddie Mercury,
yeah.
the band
Yeah.
Queen. Every band member had a degree in something.
Yeah.
All right, and they're like, we'll fall back on our degrees if the music industry
Just in
fails.
case,
You know,
yeah.
whereas everybody else the exact opposite.
And go on to become like one of the biggest bands.
Biggest rock stars of the world.
You had like the guitarist. Was it Brian May?
Yeah, he's an astrophysicist, I think.
Yeah, a full-on astrophysicist. It's like, damn.
And Freddie Mercury was the graphic designer.
Was he? Yeah.
He created the logo for Queen.
Yeah.
And I forget what the other two are, but I know they're freaking smart.
Yeah.
You know. Now, how do you prepare for a set, Paul the Black? Do you have like a script that says, you know, my comedian name Paul the Black, and then you start writing stuff down?
Nah, I used to. I think I should probably. No, I never wrote scripts down.
Did you ever write a set down, or just bullet points?
I'd write jokes.
Yeah.
I never had like my jokes on a paper. Like I know what I'm gonna do. What I used to do, like how I started comedy, I was doing a lot of labor jobs, a lot of menial jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd just go, and the good thing about those jobs is you didn't have to think. If you're driving a forklift, you just go scoop up the thing and you go drop it there.
Yeah.
You scoop up another thing. Like it's not rocket science.
No.
It's not civil engineering.
Yeah.
So what I'd do is I'd go through my set, through my mind, and I'd visualize it. And I'd be like, okay, this is what I'm going to start with. This is what I'm going to go on to next. This is what I'm going to do next. This is what I want to do next. And so I'd visualize it for like the entire day. Just doing that menial job.
Do you rehearse it?
No.
You don't rehearse your material?
No.
You
Not out loud, but like mentally I would.
Okay.
Yeah, like just that visualization exercise.
Okay.
And so when I did that, then I did a course with Ross Voss. And yeah, that really helped me with like the preparation side of it, like just putting down the jokes, like writing out down the jokes, like just logically on how I'm gonna say them, and just rearranging it. That it helped with that, and then just like getting a beginning, middle, and end. And then now I do that, and then visualize it as well, and that's how I do my sets.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah. Because for me, what I find is like if I do it as a script, I get bored of it in the middle of it. I don't like have my jokes. If you listen to my comedy, I repeat jokes as well, but I'll never repeat it the same way because I don't have it written like pa 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 pa
Okay.
pa pa. No, it's like I know what the setup is. I know what the punchline is. I'm gonna find my way there.
The filmmaker in me and the screenwriter in me, I just always have to write them down.
Yeah.
And I got like a microphone, a pretend microphone up there to like just rehearse it constantly.
Yeah.
Because when you're writing scripts, even for comedy or whatever, and you go through it, something else comes to mind that you want to add onto it. You know, and you can make this funnier and you can make that funnier. And when you're rehearsing it, you know, because a lot of the comedy comes from your attitude and the way you present the joke. And that can really have a huge effect. I treat my comedy like I'm doing a one-man play.
Yeah.
You know, I want to make sure I said everything correctly and I mentioned everything. I always fuck up. I always forget one or two jokes.
Yeah.
I can kill myself for forgetting one particular joke. But that's how I prepare, which is pretty awesome. I love the way your process works.
Yeah. So like for me, I find like when I'm in that, like I know what I'm gonna do, but like I find joy in finding my way in it.
Yeah.
And, like getting also the performer in me is like, you know, get some spontaneity into it. So like as well you're saying you might add some things. I also ad lib things and sometimes
on stage it happens.
Sometimes you ad lib what's gonna be the funniest thing in the joke. And a lot of jokes I've gotten just by ad libbing something. I was like, oh, that fits in way better than what I was thinking. It's like now I have to change the whole joke. Yeah. So like that just the freedom in it like helps me like be more creative and come up with more things.
Okay.
And I don't believe in a finished joke. So even if I write something down, I know it's gonna change. It's like editing. It's a process of
like
editing.
evolves kind of
It
thing.
evolves. So with that ad libbing and everything is just gonna make the joke better and better.
Which is why till this day fart jokes are still funny.
Yeah.
You think there'll be an end to it, but there's no end. It just keeps on going and going and going.
Yeah. And then I've had situations where like I haven't done a joke in 2-3 years. Then I'm like, let me just revive it. And then I just think of something and I ad lib into it. And it's like, oh, now it's an even funnier joke. Now I bring it back in. Now I'm working on what I was doing 2 years ago, 3 years ago, which was all right, but it didn't work. But now it works better. Just like that, through that process of just, you know, just not having it set in concrete, I believe helps me. Yeah, just have it fluid.
Yeah.
And just, you know what the idea is and just working through it. Because comedy as well is it's a collaborate, it has a lot of feedback.
Yeah, of course. Do you consider yourself to be like very loose on stage?
Yeah. That's when I'm the best.
Yeah, when you're most relaxed.
Yeah, like if I'm doing a script, I'll be, what's the next line? I'll be fixed, and that will destroy the rhythm. But just being loose and comfortable, being loose on stage, just like ad libbing, just like saying, "Oh, I fucked up this line," and you will end up even getting a laugh from that. Just being present.
This is not my attempt to try to get you to be in my sketch. But if you but I believe that if you read a script enough over and over and over again, you can find your own pull in that and be loose. And I think you'll be hysterical. Once you get the rhythm of things in a particular film. I think you could be amazing. I really can.
That's a really good word. Rhythm.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You know, and dude, I'm talking to a black guy about rhythm. All right, you're supposed to teach me how to do that kind of shit. You know, but finding a rhythm is incredibly important, and especially when it comes to being filmed. You know, because you have to get in and out of character in between takes. You know, and that can be tricky. But once you find that character, oh man, you know, people remember that character, and I think you'll be amazing at that.
Yeah.
Now, here's a fun question that I like to ask you, Paul.
Yeah.
If you can do comedy for any audience in history, what time period would you choose?
What time period? Oh,
And don't say the 1800s because they're very tough for you guys being slaves and shit.
With the jester. We do 1650 in the court of Napoleon. No,
no, I'm talking about during the slavery years. Yeah, you know what I mean? No. You can say the 1800s.
Eddie Murphy red jumpsuit. What's that?
That's the red jumpsuit was Delirious.
Delirious. Yes, Delirious.
So you would want to be like in the 80s?
Yeah, that would be the best.
The AIDS pandemic.
Yeah.
When that became
crack
a big thing.
Era.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do comedy in the crack era.
Okay.
I love that. And early 2000 Russell Peters.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of that. That also looked really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess now there's no better time than now.
No better time than the present.
Yeah, because now I think with comedy, like, it's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You can make your perspective really like people to understand it, because that's essentially what comedy is, just like making people understand why you find things so hilarious.
Mm.
And if you just have that certain perspective, which is different, I find myself, my perspective is very different from the general public.
Yeah.
Just twisting reality in that way.
But that's how you stand out, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get noticed. When you completely go off the charts that they're not familiar with.
Yeah. And that's the way.
Yeah.
And so I feel really good doing comedy here. I get hyper anxious when I do it back home in Kenya.
Really?
Because everybody thinks like me.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
you got to bring a bit of Australian with you when you go back to Kenya.
I find it easy here. It's like, oh, you guys find me funny. When I'm in Kenya, it's like, oh, it's just another dumb.
Maybe they find you funny because they're afraid. Maybe they find you funny because they find you intimidating. If we don't laugh, they're going to kick our asses, man. Come on, you just laugh.
That's also something different for me.
Yeah.
Because I've always been just tall and skinny and very unassuming looking. And then now I come here and I farted out.
Oh, well.
Now I'm a decent size now. Everybody's looking at me in a scary.
Now you're a don't fuck with me size.
Yeah, it's like don't fuck with me. If I'm mean mugging you, people are scared. Before, if I was mean mugging you, I just looked hungry.
Oh, and you got that 2 a.m. shade of black, so that kind of adds to the fear. Okay, you know who this guy is, though, don't you? Do you know who this guy is?
Sexual child. Who's that? I don't know. Rick James? No.
Oh my God! Does the face not look familiar? Look at the face.
Who's that?
You mentioned him with the red jumpsuit.
That's not Eddie Murphy.
That's Eddie Murphy from the movie Coming to America.
Nah, that's not Eddie Murphy.
Yes, it is, and he played the fictitious character known as Mr. Randy Watson, who's a terrible singer. Yeah. He played a terrible singer in Coming to America.
I've never seen Coming to America.
Oh, how can you be a fan of Eddie Murphy if you haven't seen Coming to America? Now, what is wrong with you? That is a movie.
I've never seen it.
That is a movie when we were kids, we would plagiarize the most. When we had company coming over, before internet, and even before the first internet, when you connected with all that kind of sound before, we had people that knocked on our door, family, and we greeted them in. Yeah. Right? And when they come over, they'll ask us, do Coming to America for us. And we would recite scenes from this movie to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Coming to America, for us, as kids growing up, was the most quoted Eddie Murphy film we have ever done. Yeah. And we would play the roles to a T. We would play this character, Randy Watson. Yeah. We would play the priest, the preacher, the barber. Oh my God. Your homework tonight, Paul, is watch fucking Coming to America.
I tried
and not the second
it.
one. Don't watch the second one. Watch the first one. The second one was crap. The only one that kept it alive was, oh my God. I know her name.
What's her name?
Oh God, why is the tip of the tongue? Leslie Jones, thank you. She was a Saturday Night Live cast member. Yeah. She kept that movie alive. She was the funniest in that film. But Coming to America, the original one made in '88, is one of the funniest Eddie Murphy. It's the best, to me, it's the best Eddie Murphy film ever. Trumps all the other Eddie Murphy movies that he's done. You got to watch Coming to America.
I think just because of my age, I was a bit late on it. It's like
how old are you?
I'm like 33.
Oh, okay. So, God, okay. No wonder you don't know Coming to America. You were born during the Dr. Dolittle days.
Yes.
Oh, come on. And Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
Yeah, no.
When he was on the down.
This was when Eddie Murphy decided to stop cursing and started becoming more of a family dad.
Yeah.
Because he's got 10 children.
Yeah.
But you have to watch him before he got poisoned with good behavior. You know what I
Before a
mean?
woman came into his life.
You know, all right. Because when you're 8, when you're 22, remember that? Talking about banging chicks, you got to watch Coming to America. I can't stress that enough. My God, we got to move along, man. We got to move along.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could swap lives with any current comedian today, who would it be?
Oh, easy. Shane Gillis.
Who?
What do you mean who?
Who?
You don't know Shane Gillis?
Shangelis?
Yeah. He's like the biggest comedian in the world right now.
Shangelis.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. Fuck
Yeah.
it's the accent, man. I thought you were trying to say it's a name of a chandelier or something. Shangelis. Okay, no, I have heard of him. Okay.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
he's the biggest comedian right now, and he's currently like sponsored like the biggest comedic export out of Australia,
Really?
out of Adelaide. In a
Really?
very long time. I don't know if you met James McCann.
No.
Yeah, it was a very hands down. If you ask anybody, okay, in my personal opinion, I would tell everybody and this is not dick riding, but I'd tell everybody that man, James McCann is the best comedian in Australia, hands down.
Better than Jim Jeffries?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Better. Like he's just wild. Just
I've always.
it's perspective, and he was here. So like I remember the first time I saw James McCann.
Wow.
Because we were doing the Fringe. Oh, that was the first Fringe. I just did like 2 shows. Big Al and a few people asked me just come on, just do a show. So I just did like my first ever Fringe show, and then I went for the late night at the Rhino, and there's like Tom Gleason, like Mickey D. There's all this like Australian classic comics, and who's emceeing is James McCann, and I just saw him, and like what he did was just so different.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And it's, when you, because like comedy is like music, right? There's so many versions of it. There's like, clean cut Christian comedy. There's wild rock and roll. He's wild rock and roll comedy. And I was like, that's the shit.
See, I think I had that same kind of feeling that you had when I first saw Jim Owen.
Yeah.
You know Jim Owen?
No, I don't know.
You haven't heard of Jim Owen?
No.
He's an Irish. He came to Australia from Ireland.
Yeah.
And Australia just made him their own.
Yeah.
He was so fucking hysterical. And maybe it's the accent, the strong Irish accent. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, it's more to it than that. But his delivery, his timing, and his mannerism. When you see him on stage for the first time, you just fall in love with him immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. I don't know many comedians that have that effect on people.
Yeah.
But Jim Owen was... He's the shit. He was like amazing stuff.
Yeah, you when you see something special, you know.
You know.
Because you're like,
your homework is Coming to America and Jim Owen.
All
right.
Oh my God, Muji.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
you
why
gotta
I
watch.
never come because I live here with homework and a lot of stuff to do. I'm like, I was here just to
You know
chill.
what? The script that I sent you,
Yeah.
fuck that for a second.
fuck that.
Watch Coming to America and Jim Owen, and then read the freaking script I sent you. And then you'll probably understand why I come up with this kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get to the existential part of the show. Do you find comedy is a way of avoiding the big question of life, or is it in a way kind of answering them?
For me, it's an answer.
Yeah?
Because it's like, it came also in my life was a very low period of my life when I was thinking. That's when I decided to move.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try comedy. I'd always been like drawn to the arts, like performing, acting, and all that. So, like I said, doing high school plays and all that. And like I'd gone through a period where I was like just focused on education. It's like, you have to become an engineer. You have to go and basically drown in an office and just do your 9 to 5 and just, fester there. And like that
Become a
didn't
slave to
sit-
the establishment.
Yeah. That didn't sit well with me. And so like I'm from a Christian background, and there's the whole parable of Jesus talking about the talents, So there's the parable of he gave like 3 people their talents. One person went and buried their talent, and he came back with just the exact same amount. One went and sold it and came back with like just the extra money. And then one person went and cultivated it. And with that parable, I'm like, which one do I want to be? Do I want to be the guy who just sits on it It just does nothing. Do I want to be the person who gets rid of it? Or am I gonna be the guy who cultivates it? And that was the answer of my existential crisis. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna, I have this talent, and fuck it, let's go. Let's see where it goes.
Thanks for adding to my existential part of the podcast to make it more existential. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're getting deep. Okay. Do you find comedy is a way of connecting with people, or do you find it in a way like you're escaping them from them?
It's definitely a connection. Like, you find your tribe. I don't know about you, but comedians are weird people.
Oh no doubt.
Yeah, we all.
I don't
weird.
know. I don't know a sane comedian.
Yeah. So when you go and you find people who are like of the same mindset, like, cause like when you have normal friends or normal people who are friends, you go wild, you talk shit, you say whatever you want, and they are like, oh, what is this?
That's not normal to me.
Yeah, it's like it's a version. There's a sort of pullback of like, that is insane. But comedians is like, oh yeah, that's insane. I got something more insane to say.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you find your community, you find your people who have that similar, brain disease that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you find that connection.
Mm.
I mean, like, what's normal? What's constituted as normal these days?
Yeah, what is normal?
I mean, like, I think kind of normal has probably lost its original definition, because I find people getting offended so easily to be abnormal.
Yeah.
Because you're taking away the flavor from life.
Yeah.
And like people think, oh, putting pineapple on the pizza is abnormal.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I don't think it's normal or abnormal. I think everything is just the way it's supposed to be. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Right? And if what one constitutes as normal or not normal, I don't think their opinion is relevant at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what they like that saying, to each their own.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But still, I just think people should just chill, shut the fuck up, and just go with it.
Yeah.
Just go with it. I mean, you don't. Not everything needs a comment. Not everything needs an opinion. If you don't like it, you do have that choice to just move on. You can say, better. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I think there's an issue, and I think this plagues the West, where everybody is obsessed with safety.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think in Australia mainly is because the settlers here fucked everything up. Yeah.
It's what settlers do.
Yeah, it's what settlers do, and now they're overcorrecting. Now they're going back. They're like, oh, we need to, right our wrongs.
Are we still talking about Australia or Israel at this point?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everybody. So if everybody fucked up, and then you're kind of overcorrecting, and you want now everything okay. Everything was really bad for a long time. Now let's make everything really good. And that neither of the extreme is right. And like, you do need a bit of danger in life, and you do need a bit of safety in life. But I think in the West, especially in Australia, there's just that mindset of like, we have to be safe. Like, everybody has to be comfortable, and that's just not life.
Yeah, I don't like that. You need to get messy. You need to get dirty. You need to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's like I see people, especially in today's generation.
Yeah.
I compare them to the attribute of an egg.
Yeah.
They want to stay in that shell.
Yeah.
They don't understand that breaking it can be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get out of the shell. You can see what more you can do.
Yeah. To make a muscle strong, you need to tear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and I think that's what a lot of these mental health issues are. It's just there's a lot of eggs. They're breaking, and they don't know how to put themselves back together.
Yeah, well, fucking hell. Did they not learn about Humpty Dumpty?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. We've known this shit since we was kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's moving on.
That was the second deep part of the podcast.
We passed the existential part. Because we've been having such a natural conversation, this is not a very strategic one like my other podcasts have been. But some of the questions that I asked them that still managed to make it to this episode. Now, here's a question that I like to ask everybody.
Yeah.
Which historical figure do you think would have made a great stand-up comedian?
Which historical figure? That is JFK.
Thank you. I believe that too. I once said that in one episode because he was such a master at dealing with the press.
Yeah.
He was like a stand-up comedy. With every question he was asked, he rebutted in comedy and made everybody laugh.
Yeah.
So why would you choose JFK?
First of all, he's very good on camera, very good, like, it's public speaking and doing that. And then secondly, you hear about the wild life that he lived.
Oh, dude, he
The
been Marilyn Monroe.
absolute wild life. If he was just to go on, he looks like, from what I can see, he looks like a really cool hang. Like, he just hang out and he just have the craziest, wildest stories. Imagine him telling a story about banging Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, fucking no pun intended, but that man will blow you away. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this guy would be he would be such a delight to just hang out with for a day.
Yeah.
It'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, that's a great answer.
Bill Clinton as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think enough time. I don't think enough time has passed for it to be historical.
Yeah.
You know, but I did it in one episode, and I'm going to do it again. You know, JFK had an amazing quote where he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country."
Yeah.
My favorite Bill Clinton quote is,
Yeah.
"I did not have sexual relations with that woman." That's my favorite Bill Clinton quote. Next to Nixon's, "I'm not a crook."
Yeah.
All right. Oh wow. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you off stage that you wish it happened to you while you were on stage?
Oh. Some pretty hard hitting questions.
Well, and I'm not even a journalist, man. You know, I'm a failed filmmaker instead. So I'm going to be a failed journalist in my own home.
Oh man. What's the most?
If you don't have one, you don't have to answer it, but it's just there.
It's crazy. I don't know if I can tell this story. Anyway, no, it didn't happen to me. It happened to my dad.
Okay.
And it was just the funniest thing ever. And I wish this would happen on the stage. Because there's the juxtaposition. My dad is a very serious person.
Yeah.
Like, he's very, no jokes. He's just, stoic. And just proper and like disciplined and everything. And at this point, he bought some trousers, and he was trying them on for us. Well, my brother had bought him trousers, and so he was trying them on for us. So he went, changed, and came, and he didn't put his belt on. It's like, oh, how does it look? And he lifted his hands up and turned around. His pants just fell.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was hilarious thing. I'd love to do that on stage.
Well, there you go.
That would be so good.
Serious people make the funniest people.
Yeah, because like if it happened to a joker, you'd be like, but like just because of who he is, and just it was like the most hilarious thing that ever happened.
Would you say that your dad's the Leslie Nielsen in your family?
Leslie,
the guy from the Naked Gun films.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh man, yeah, just deadpan, but also really ridiculous.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Oh God. Oh, that's the man I'd like to meet. Yeah. All right, now we've come to the conclusion part of the show, Paul the Black, where I like to ask you a series of 10 questions, short answered questions. This questionnaire was made famous by an American writer / actor named James Lipton. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of him.
He had a show.
Not in a lineup.
He had a show called Inside the Actor Studio, and he would always finish his interviews with this. And I like to adapt it. I'm just to make sure I am not pondering this off as if this is my own
plagiarism.
Idea. Yeah, it's not plagiarism whatsoever. Flattery, how just admiring past journalists for their contribution.
Yeah.
Question number 1: what is your favorite word?
Obnoxious.
Interesting. What is your least favorite word?
Phenomenon.
I thought it would be the opposite way. Okay, cool.
Can't spell it.
What turns you on?
Switch.
What turns you off?
Behaving badly to other people.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, kumamake.
And that means what exactly?
Your mom's pussy.
In Arabic, we say kiss immak, which means go fuck your mother's pussy.
Yeah.
Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love? I love the farting noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it never gets old.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Sound or noise do I hate? Windows opening theme, because that means I'm at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Directing.
Film directing.
Yeah, film directing.
Read the script. What profession would you not like to do?
What profession? Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally,
Oh no, snake catcher.
okay. Yeah, that's good. I think it'd be more dangerous than being a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. And final question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gate?
Damn, boy, that was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. My answer would be like, do you want to go again? Or how was it this time? Well, a final question that's not in the questionnaire, but just something about you personally. Are you doing anything for the Fringe this coming year?
I'm not sure.
Because just to help promote you to see where people can get more of Paul the Black.
As of now, no.
As of now, no?
No.
Okay, but hopefully he'll be featured in my next sketch that I'm trying to put together. If he reads the script, and see that was premeditated, but that was premeditated after you thought it was premeditated when I asked you on it the first time.
That was pre-post meditation.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Paul, for joining me, being a guest on my podcast. You definitely colored the place up.
Yeah.
No pun intended. And thank you guys for joining me on the episode of The Magic Hour. Please feel free to subscribe to my Instagram at Fame Film Agency and my YouTube at Magic and Dairy. And please follow and check out the works of Paul the Black on his Instagram. And to check out more, go visit him. He's freaking hilarious. You will not be disappointed. And until next time, guys, take it easy.
Cheers.
I'm broke, bitch.